Okay. So today Sam is going to join us late. Sam is going to join us late. He has other appointment that took him up today morning, but he'll be joining us. So today, first of all, we're going to look at what you guys have done so far, and then we're also going to look at if you people have been able to upload your work to Git, and if you people have been able to host your work to Git. That's the HTML and CSS. So I'm going to start by calling out names so that you show us what you have so far, if possible. Then and if you've been able to upload work to Git, or if you want something, if you want to know if you have any question about Git, so that we can sort it and everyone's work is now fully uploaded, because we really want the links, and I've received only like 3 links from you guys. So uh who can go first to show us how far he has gone with JavaScript? Or if you've not done JavaScript, how far you've gone with CSS and HTML? Mic check. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Mic check. Lydia.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. So I'd love to know how far you guys have gone. Uh, for the things you're doing right now. We want to keep track of how far we've gone, because we wanted to start on a framework next week. So we want to know how far you guys have gone.
Okay, I continued reading with JavaScript,
Okay.
and this week I covered type conversion. I read arrow functions, this keyword, and I had finished up with forms.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So have you started practicing, like you yourself started practicing writing some bit of code?
Yeah, I was practicing before this week.
Okay. So this week you didn't write any piece of code.
Yeah, because I had issues.
Okay. Issues like brokers or some other personal issues?
No, some other issues. Power.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I get. Uh, okay. So, Grace. Oh, sorry. Before Grace, Lydia, did you upload your work and everything?
Yeah, I uploaded the work.
Did you manage to generate a GH link?
No, I didn't, because that was this week's work, but I'm going to try to do it by the end of today.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So, Grace.
Good morning, everyone. So
Morning.
I'm trying to learn the concept of JavaScript. Like last week, when Mr. Sam asked about where I was having issues with some parts in ES6. So this week, I was able to understand some parts and try to use them in coding and all. So I'm still learning the concept.
Okay. Okay. And have you been able to push your work to Git?
So what I'm learning is like problem solving. It's not like using it in the project. I'm just learning like normal um, um problem solving stuff like just I'm not
Okay.
using it in this project.
Okay, so I've been asking, like, have you been able to push your work to Git?
Is it the HTML and CSS, sir?
Yeah, HTML and CSS for now.
Yes, I've been able to push everything to Git, sir.
Have you been able to generate the GH pages link? Like being able to host your work and share the link.
No, I'll not be able to do the GX page, but I'll do it today, sir.
Okay, thank you. Um, Kiati, Kiati. I think
Yes,
I've
sir.
said it right. Yes. How are
Yeah,
you?
yes, I did. Hello, good morning.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
so I completed my JavaScript basics,
Okay. Okay.
and I've been doing projects like background changer and code
Okay.
generator, very basic JavaScript projects that I could find online.
Okay.
That's all I did this past week.
Okay. So have you been able to add your work to Git?
No, I haven't. After I attended the session of Git, I didn't actually practice it or
Okay.
get it done. But I guess I'll be able to do it by today, positively,
Okay. Okay.
for sure. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Uh. Okay. Thank you. Then love David.
Yes, good morning, Akram.
Morning, love David.
Yeah, so the thing is, first of all, because I was unable to do the gate thing because of time. I know that a class held last week or so, or this week. But what I would have appreciated was if the link to the recorded session was sent so that I could have attended it.
Hello.
And one of the reasons also is because I want to finalize a part of my HTML before before I before I upload my work. So that aside, on JavaScript, I've been going through the basics with free code camp. So that's what I've been going through just to familiarize myself with the basics of JavaScript. So that's what I've been doing. Although this week
Okay.
I did not really do much.
Okay. Interesting. Nice. Well done.
Yeah. Thanks. So the thing is, will the link to the recorded session be sent, or was it not
So,
even
so,
sent?
so what happened is, uh, we did not. I forgot to record
Hello.
the session. Yes,
Oh,
mic check.
I
Can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me?
yeah,
Hello.
I can
So
hear
I
you.
said,
You
yeah,
said,
yeah. So we really forgot to record the session, but
oh,
I'm going to see what I can do during this session so that those people who are not able to catch up can be able to
okay,
at least catch up and upload their work.
okay, all right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Deborah, how far now?
I trust
Thank you,
Deborah.
love.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Akram.
Morning.
Okay, this week I was able to cover objects, arrays, functions, JavaScript scope, and I'm currently on methods.
Nice.
And I've
Nice.
uploaded my work on Git, and then I've been able to generate a link.
Oh, can you kindly share with me the link?
I shared it with you last
The
2 weeks.
GH, yes, you did. I saw all these. You, Lydia, shared the link.
Yes.
So when you shared the links, I went through your code. I think plus
Okay.
Grace. I think Grace also shared her link. So I'm saying the GH link,
What's GH link, please?
like did you able to host to generate a link where I can access your work?
No, I don't think I know how to do that one yet.
Okay, no problem. Okay,
All right.
thank you. So peace. Peace. So still here. I think he left. Okay. That's great. So are you people seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go a little bit. I think everyone now knows Git, right? I wanted to show people to upload their work and maybe generate a GH link. So I think you people, all of you know now how to clone a repo, right? Mic check.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You can clone a repo, right? So from cloning a repo, uh, you can add files to that repo, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, nice. So from adding files to that repo, so you know all the commands, git committing and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, nice. So generating the GH pages. Okay. So we're going to generate something here. Let's go into documents and do ls incident occur. Let me hide this. Then ls. Then I think we do. Okay. Control X. So as we said that after cloning our repo, I'm going to add a file and I want to show you how to host your work so that everyone can host their HTML and CSS. So let me first go to GitHub. I hope everyone has a GitHub account as we talk now. Mic check.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, exactly. So we said on creating a GitHub account, you clone the repo. So I want to clone this repo to my local. So once I do clone, let me first hide this. Okay, I do git clone. I paste the link. So this repo will automatically clone to my. Okay. It will automatically clone to my laptop. So once it clones, it means I can now create what? I cannot create branches. So, but as so far, I currently have branches because this is the work, this is the repo we worked on last time. I remember you people who were with me, we called it CodeMentr. And on CodeMentr, we created branches like startup, staging, and GH pages. So if you ever want to host your work, yes, to host work, I mean that, let me show you what I mean. Deborah, I think you'll get this. So to host your work, I mean getting a link, getting such a link that you'll be able to put into your browser or share it with me and be able to access your work. Code mentoring. You get? So this is what is in my HTML. Yes. Just a second. I think I changed. Okay. Okay. You see, I told you guys that if you don't have the index.html, it will automatically read nothing except what is here. So, but if I add the index.html, it will, okay. Why isn't it reading? Why isn't it reading? No, it's contact, sorry, not index. The entry file, contact.html. So it's going to automatically, so this is what I mean. So with you uploading your work, I'll be able to access the pages you guys.
I can't see your screen.
You're serious? You guys cannot see my screen?
Yeah, I also can't see it.
I can see the screen.
Let me stop sharing and I share again. Don't worry.
All right.
So, okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, nice. So I was saying, I was saying that generating a link means that someone being able to see. You see the way you run your index page on your local, and when you run your index page, we see your interface. So here on GH pages, you'll be able to generate a link where we shall be able to see what you've designed. So me, I can share with you this link and you see whatever I've designed at the moment. You don't need to be with me, you don't need to share a screen with me, you don't need to be close to me to see whatever I want. So you can host your work on GH pages or on GitHub. Let me first add Conrad. You can host your work on GH pages and people will be able to, you'll be able to share this link with anyone in the world. That's why I was asking you, have you guys been able to generate to host your work on GH pages? That's what I was trying to mean, Deborah. So how do you do that for the start? So let me pass through again. So for those people who may not know, so what you do, first of all, you clone your repo. So after cloning your repo, now I have my repo here. It's called CodeMentr. So this is my repo, CodeMentr. So so you guys, I told you that the easier part of it, the ones using Windows, after downloading Git, you'll just go to this, repo, then right click. So when you right click, you open the Git bash there. So once you open the Git bash there, it will open directly in the folder that you want it. So if you open directly, now you can start doing your thing. So the first thing you have to do is to see the branch that you're at, Git branch. So realize you're on branch master. That's why we don't have anything in the repo, because we have not created the pull request to master. Hope I'm clear. Remember we said master is the main branch and you're not supposed to add anything to master until your product manager or your team lead tells you to create a pull request and add something to master. So what you're going to do is do git checkout, because you have all your branches, git checkout staging. So it will tell you that you've switched to staging. So when you do ls, you realize that now you have files in staging. You get? So you can also check out GH pages. So last time we created 3 branches. We created work on app, we created GH pages, and we created staging. So if you want to host, GitHub provided functionality where if you want to host your work on GH pages on GitHub, you create a branch called GH pages. So when you create a branch called GH pages, it will automatically generate for you a link. So when I do git checkout GH pages, this is how the name of the branch should be. So when I say git checkout GH pages and I do ls, you realize the files that I have. These are the files that I have. I have assets. We added assets last time. We added contact. Remember, we changed the name of index to contact, and we added readme dot. This readme is what you describe your project from here. So in the contact, it's like our entry file. It's like our index. Hope I'm clear. Then it means it is the first page you're going to go to once you access your link. So let's say we have added, okay, let me add something. Git, okay. To do things better, it's better for you to open your project in your code editor. So I'm going to open my project to my code editor. So I'll open a new window. So with the new window, I'll open the folder that I want to work with. So the folder is in here. It's my you guys have so many things here. So it's inside here. So it's called CodeMentr. So when I say open, it will automatically open here. So within here, we have all this. So actually, this is something else. Once you have installed Git, yes, you can use the terminal here down here to add your work to GitHub. It also has that functionality. So let's create a new file called index.html. We want to add this file there. So remember, the first thing we do is I'm going to copy whatever is inside here and add it in the index.html. So remember, you guys, whatever you do, the first thing you have to do is to do a git status to check whether you have untracked file. So in the git status, it will tell you that you have added a new file. You have added a new file called index.html. So with the index.html, you'll say git add index.html. So after adding the index.html, we said you have to write a commit message. So we are writing a commit message for this. Then you say add index page. So after writing the commit message, you say enter. So it will tell you that one file has been changed, the insertion of what is in that file. Then after that, you're going to push. Hope you guys remember these steps. Please, if you don't remember these steps, kindly tell me to repeat. I'll repeat for you. Or if you're not on that call and you see things are confusing you, please kindly help me. Kindly tell me to repeat. So we have pushed our work. So we expect to see this file once we go to GitHub. Sorry. So if you go to GitHub, remember we have pushed on our branch. The branch we are at was GH pages. So once you refresh, you realize that you have your index page here now, the one that we have added 1 minute ago. So the commit message is this: add. Sorry, the commit message is add index page, the one we wrote. So what do you do? So let's say, example, you've finished uploading your work, yes, and you created a branch called GH pages. You finished uploading your work, and now you want to generate the link. So what you do basically is you go to your settings. So once you have a branch called GH pages, you go to your setting and you scroll down and you go to a place called GH pages. It will automatically show you that your site is published on this. So it will automatically generate a link for you. You don't need to generate this link. Once you have a branch called GH pages, it will automatically generate for you a link called your link where your work will be hosted. So once you come to this link and you copy this link, it will automatically show you whatever is in your app. Okay. So as per now, Deborah and the rest of the class, do you understand how to host on GH pages? What I was trying to mean? Or you need
Yes,
me
but I
to
have a
repeat
question.
again? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what you call GH pages, can I use another name? Not
No,
the one on GitHub, the branch you created as GH pages. Can I use another name for it, or it's default GH pages?
no. It is default GH pages
Oh,
because that is what Git is automatically knows that uh, everything on this branch needs to be hosted, and it generates a link for you. So you realize that once you go to settings and you go to GH pages, where there are GH pages, yes, you realize that it tells you that GH pages is designed to host your personal work, organization, or projects. Yes, and it will tell you your branch is currently here. So if you don't have this branch, I'm going to create a new repo, and I start newly, and I'll show you what guys I mean. If you don't have this branch, then it's not going to generate for you any link. Let's create a new repository. So we have created a new repository. Let's call it CodeMentr 2. So this is, you give it a description, repository for code mentoring. So yes, it's a private, so you add a readme and you create. So it has created. So I want to clone this repo. So I want to clone it. Let me do this. So I want to clone it in Akram. So I do git clone, then I paste. So it will automatically clone. So if you go to Akram, I think I'll have to go back. It will show you that it has, this is our repo, and it is here. It has only one file, readme. So today I'm going to use the VS Code editor to do all this, so that you people can get to know how you can use VS Code editor without first going to the terminal, or without first going to the command prompt. So where is it? So this is it. Okay. So once you have this, you have your README file. So you come and now open your terminal. So this is your terminal. So with this, you can do all the Git, VS Code integrated functionality of all the Git commands. So first of all, you're going to do Git branch to see the branch that you're on. So you realize you have only one branch called master. Yes. So the first thing you do, we said we create a branch, Git branch, then we create a new branch. with git branch, then the name, we are creating a new branch. So let's create a new branch called develop. So this develop is a sub branch of master. Yes. So once you create a branch called develop and you say git branch, for you check, git branch checks the branches that you have currently. So it will show you that you have develop and you have master. So it shows you that the green one is where you're at. So then if you want to check out, I think check out, you guys know what it is. It is switching. Let me try to enlarge this. Okay, so checkout is switching. Okay, that's it. A little bit. So checkout is switching. So if I do git checkout, then the name of the branch develop. So I'm switching to develop. So I'm now currently on the branch called develop. We said you're not supposed to work on the branch called master. So you have to create another branch called develop. So develop is a sub branch of master. So after that, you can now push this branch. Pushing, I mean you can now add this branch to your repository. So let's say git push. Remember I said, git push. Remember I said the first time you'll have to do you have to set an upstream. The first time you're pushing to a branch. This is the first time we are pushing. So let's push. So you have pushed to a branch, it tells you this is a new branch. So when you go to our new repository here and we refresh. So if you come here and we check our branches, you realize we last time we had only one branch, but now after pushing, we have the develop branch and we have the master branch. So we said you create, let me clear this, so that I have a new page. Okay. So we said that after creating the sub branch, mostly people call it develop or staging. That's the sub branch. In projects, they advise you to create the sub branch because you don't want to work on master. So you imitate the sub branch to be your master. In the sub branch, for example, here, our develop branch is where we're going to run all our testing. So before you merge to master or the bigger branch or the main branch, you have to ensure that all your testing on the sub branch is working perfectly well. I'm talking about the real world, how things work. So of this sub branch that we have currently now, which is called develop, you can create as many branches as possible. Okay? You can create as many branches as possible. So one of the branches you can create is GH pages. GH pages is a special branch in that it helps you host your work to GitHub. So I'm going to show you what was it David was asking. So we said, can't you name the branch something else? So let's say, example, we have a branch called develop. Okay, let's see if we can generate GH pages here. So you realize if you go down, so you see GH pages. You see, this is currently disabled. Yes. To enable it, GH pages to this repo. So you have to. You cannot generate. It's not advisable to generate any branch here. It has to be none. So you realize that when we create a branch called GH pages, it will automatically generate the repo and it will automatically add the GH pages source here. That's what I was saying. So you see, it has not generated anything. It has not generated the link. You're not supposed to generate the link. It is supposed to generate by itself. So we are going to create a new branch called GH pages. Git branch. This is the command to create a branch. GH dash pages. It is GH dash pages. So git branch, we're checking our branches. You realize now we have gh pages branch, we have develop where we are at. So what we want to do is to check out, git check out, or to switch to gh pages. So we have switched to we are currently on gh pages branch. So if we do git branch, you realize that gh pages should be in green. So we are now on gh pages. So after gh pages, now what do we want to do? We want to add our work here. So remember, this is a new repo. We have nothing. So I want to add my work here. So I'm going to add a new file called index.html. So I'm adding a new file called index.html. So in this index.html, I'm going to add some piece of code. So just have a lot of code here, don't worry. Let me open this. Okay, so I want to copy this. So, and I put it in our new file. It does not have anything. So this is my index.html. Okay, so I have this already. Yes, so I've added a new file. So with this new file, remember, once I push like this, let's try to push. So we're going to say git status. That's the first thing we do. So with git status, it will tell us this is a new file that you have not pushed. So we're going to add the file, git add index. So we have added the file. After adding the file, you press enter, then git commit. Lydia, can you tell me the command to commit?
-m, then quotations, the commit message.
So which commit message can we put?
Initial commit.
Okay, no problem. This is initial commit. Okay, then we press enter. So remember, this is a new branch because we are on, last time we pushed the develop branch. Now we are on a new branch where we added the work. So this new branch is gh pages. So we have to set an upstream. So git push. For me, I advise people to always say git push. So once you say git push, it will tell you what to do. So if it's the first time you're pushing to a repository, you'll have to do it like this. You have to say git push. I usually copy this and not to waste time. So you have to do git push state upstream, then origin gh dash pages. So now that's when you first push into that branch. So it will tell you that you've automatically pushed your work. So once you go here,
I have a question.
yes, sir. Yes, sorry. Yes, who is it?
It's me.
Lydia. Okay.
I'm wondering why you're pushing to GH pages. I thought you're going to push to develop and then create a pull request, and you merge the work that's on develop onto GH pages.
Yeah, that's also fine. GH pages is not special that you're not supposed to push on it. You can work on it. You get?
Okay.
Yeah, you can work on it, or you can either create another branch and then merge to it. Create a pull request and merge to it. Okay?
Okay.
So once you come here and we refresh, let's go back here and we refresh, you realize that we have our work called we have our branch called gh pages here, and it will tell us that it has a new file that we have added called index. So to show you that it automatically generates, once you go to settings and you go to gh pages down here, it will tell you that your site has been automatically published here. Remember last time we did not have this, but now it has been automatically published. It is there. It has automatically created for you a link. You don't need to create any link. So once you come and copy this link, control thing. So once you copy this link, so this is what you have. Remember, I have not added CSS. So this is what I have on my page. This is how it is. I've not added any CSS. So let's go back and add CSS. So I want us to add CSS. So with adding CSS, I have my folder called assets here. So I'm going to copy this folder, copy, and add it to my code. I don't want to write all this CSS. So I've added this. So when you come here, you realize that I have a new thing called CSS. So once you git status, it will show you that you have something new. I think you see that red. It shows you that you have something new called assets. So what do you have to do? You have to add the asset. Git add assets. Every new thing you add, you have to add it. Every new page you add, every new file you add, you have to do a git add before you push it. So after git add, you do a commit. Git commit, we said it's -m. Then in quotes, you write your commit message. Add CSS and images. So we have added all this. Don't worry about this. This is jQuery. So we have added all this now, currently. So when I do git push, so this is the second time we are pushing to this branch. So you don't need to do the upstream. You're going to realize it. So I'll just do git push and it will automatically push my work. I don't need to do an upstream. So with git push, it is automatically pushing my what? My work. Remember I told you guys, when you're doing git push, you're adding your current work on your local machine onto your remote repository. So you have to have internet. This is the other thing of git add, git status, git commit. You don't need to have internet. So for example, you can have your work, do git add, you first check it, then you add it, then you commit it. So if you don't have internet, your work will remain committed. So whenever you get internet, you can do a git push. So git automatically keeps your work. If you do a git commit, it keeps it somewhere in its memory. If let's say you don't have internet at that time. So when you do a git push, your work will be automatically pushed there. You should not get scared. Why isn't my work on my GitHub? Because you don't have internet. You have to first push in order to see your changes. So now we pushed. So we should see this assets folder onto our GH pages repository. Remember, it's the one that we are working on. So you realize that 2 minutes ago, I added CSS. This is the commit we added, and this is the new folder we added. So when you go to your link, this is our link. So once you go to our link, we expect CSS. So remember, in the start, it was like this. So since we have added CSS, it is now like this. So it has reflected the changes. Okay. So it has reflected the changes. In the start, it was like this, but now it has reflected the changes. There are changes. It's now CSS. So every time you make a commit on GH pages, or every time you add a page in GHS, it is automatically reflected onto your link. So that's it. So now so if I ask you, can you kindly share with me your link? You'll have to come, get this link, copy it to me. So I'll be able to see your interface. So yeah, any questions so far?
Excuse sir.
Yes.
When you're committing to when you're committing, is it going to must you commit to like your staging and app, or just if you commit to your Git pages, that's all your Git pages, that's all?
Yeah, so now nice question. So remember we have committed on GH pages, right? Here. So once you commit on GH pages, it is only on GH pages. This is what I'm saying. So this is GH pages, the branch. So we have our work here. But remember, we did not commit on develop. So remember, on develop, only what we had is the README. So let's say you want to add your work on a branch called develop. What do? So you come here, create a pull request. We call it a pull request. I don't know why they call it a pull request, yet you're adding something. So you'll say, where do you want to put your work? The base. The base is where you want to put. So you want to put your work to develop, and where do you want to compare it with GH pages. So you want to put your work from GH pages to develop. So it will show you that, yes, this is able to merge. You're creating a merge request. So it will show you that you want to add these files. There are so many files that you want to add. So once you create a pull request, it will ask you to confirm the pull request. It's still creating. Why is it taking like forever? Let me first refresh. Okay, you create a pull request. Okay. Why do I have this? 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 I think it's adding so many files. So the pull request, you can even have it. You can even have an heading for it. Say adding new changes to staging to develop. Sorry. So after that, you create a pull request. So once you create a pull request, you're adding new changes to develop. So it will tell you to merge. In real software development, a developer is not supposed to merge by himself. No. The team lead, for example, we are in a project, and let's say Kiati is our team lead. So he's the head of that team. So I'm not supposed to merge my pull request. Let's say I've worked on a branch. I've created my branch called GH Pages, and our sub branch is develop. So all the tests are being run on develop. So once I create my pull request from my branch that I've created GH Pages, and I create a pull request to develop, I'm not supposed to do this merging. No, I just create a pull request. I send this link to Kiati, who is our team lead. So once Kiati sees this link, she'll automatically come. Most times you review the work because you don't want to merge errors. So she'll automatically come, see the files changed. She can click here and see all the files, the contents. Then she'll be like, oh, this is nice to go. So she'll automatically merge, confirm merge. So once she merges, it means that she has added all the work that I've worked on to the main branch to the sub branch called develop. So let's say Brian also wants to create, or let's say Brian also is working on something different. So Brian is going to create a branch called, let's say create login page. So Brian creates that branch, works on that branch, creates a pull request to develop, like I've done. So once Brian creates a pull request to develop, Kiati, who is our team lead, will come and merge the pull request. So Brian's work and my work will all be on the same branch called develop. Hope I'm clear. So once you create a PR, now we have created a pull request from some people call it PR. Yes, pull request is short form is PR. So from GH pages to develop. So we expect all our work that we had on GH pages to be on develop. So once we go back and we check. So remember, the main branch is master. So we check our develop. So you realize now develop has assets. It has the README and it has the index page. Okay, so this develop is hosted, let's say, to another platform, let's say somewhere else. So this is where you run your let's say this DigitalOcean or AWS. So this is where you run your tests from, your company tests. But if you want to see if you want to generate, let's say they have asked you to generate a portfolio for yourself or a website for yourself, the easiest way to host is to use GH pages. That's the easiest way. That's the first way you should learn how to host, is using GH pages. So, yep. So, any other question?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Yes, can hear you.
Okay, so the question is this: the GH page link that's actually created, is it going to
Yes,
show only the interface, or can it show the link also?
it shows
The
everything.
just the inter okay. It will show the coding also, that's the vehicle also.
No. It won't show the. It will show. Let's say you see when you run your index, it will show your interface. So it's not here. This is my link. Okay, let me refresh. So this is my link. It will show your interface. So with your
Only
code,
this.
yes, it will show your interface. So if you have about, when you click on about, it will go to about. If you have to, when you log in, let's say you'll be able to log in. So once you log in and you log in, yes. So here my page is not here. So there should be a page. So when you log in,
Okay.
yeah, when you log in, it will take you to another page. So let me you guys, let me show you. Let me show you what you're asking. I have something. Don't worry, I have front end. Where is front end? So I hosted something on my app. So let me see if I have. Yes, I hosted something here on GH pages. Okay, here you go. So for me, this work is the reason why it's not showing. It's because the folder I put my work. So when you check GH pages here, you realize that my work is in a folder called templates. So I have to specify that my work is in templates. Okay? So when I do templates, it will automatically bring my work. Because inside templates, that's where I have the index page. That's where I have the index page, the assets, the profiles, the everything. So I can log in here. Let me just log in with, it is not authenticated. I've logged in. So once I log in, it is bringing for me my whole interface, whatever I've done, so long as I've added it. You have to add these files because you see, if you realize I have all these files, I have all stars, whatever, all these files are there. All these are HTML pages. They are there. So once I log in, I have this. Then once I go here, I have this. So this helps you, the GH pages helps you to see your work visually or to see the design that you currently have. Okay? So,
Okay.
yeah. So for example, you've been working on that page. So that page, you can host it on GH pages. Then you'll be able to go to the about, you'll be able to go to the, you can even make a very short website for yourself and host it. And you see, I can go to index, I can go to about, I can go to contact me. Yeah, that's the easiest way you can host an application. And you can share that link with every friend of yours around the globe so that they can see how far you've gone with your coding. They don't need to see your code. No. What they just need to see, what you've done, the outcome of code.
All right, I understand. Thank you.
You're welcome. So any other question? Because I want us to, we're going to select someone who has his PC. He's going to show us how he created a repo. Then after that, we're going to host his work or her work on 2GH pages together today. Any other question?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I was asking, if you have like, let's say something running like a full app, would it still work on GH pages, like a full-fledged app?
GH pages basically works for HTML, CSS. That's what I would tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, it basically works for HTML, CSS. That's why it is. That's why I said it is the easiest way when you're starting your development process to host your apps. So when you continue doing like frameworks, so you're going to have something called like digital oceans. So these are real servers where they give you even domains. Let's say www.https:/conradmugabe.com. So these are real servers. Remember this, they generate for you. They help you to host on your start. They generate for you a link. But in these other things, as you upgrade, there will be you generating your own domain name. So that is when you're using AWS, that's when you're using DigitalOcean, that's when you're using so many other things to host your app. Hope I'm clear.
Yeah, you're clear.
Okay. Any other question? Okay. So who is ready with her PC? Because I would want someone to host her work from her side. Share your screen, then host your work. Who is ready? Who is ready? Love David, are you ready?
Yeah, I think I can do it.
Okay. Share your screen. Let's go.
Hold up.
Let me stop sharing.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, nice. You're also using Linux.
Yeah. So,
Kiati, you're next.
okay. So I'll come here
Okay, nice.
and so I'll call this Zeta Hotels.
Okay. Give it a description.
I'll just give it that. I'll add this.
Yeah, you can add a readme. Yeah. Now create it. Okay.
Okay.
These are the things you learn in future. But now, for now, I just add a readme. So done. So
Yeah.
okay.
So I'll get it and I'll copy it. Then I'll go here. Let's say I'll create a folder here. Let me just call it ZH. I already have one there. So I'll go in there. Now open this in the terminal.
Good.
Then I'll do a git clone.
Nice.
And the link, I'll paste it in here.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah, we have the work.
Okay.
Yeah, so the next thing I'll do, let me just close my tabs. The next thing I'll do, I'll open the thingy from here.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So then I'll pull up the terminal, and I can just check the branch to confirm that I'm a master.
Okay.
Hold up. I think we're in the wrong. Are we in the wrong one? No, we're in the right one.
You're in the right one.
Yeah.
So if you want to really know, sometimes if you want to know, okay. So okay, nice. So even something else you guys should know that sometimes the VS Code gives you an option to know which branch you're on. You see in the bottom corner, there is master down there. You realize?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah. So continue.
Yeah, okay. So
let's create a new branch.
Get branch.
So you're creating a sub branch. So you create either a branch called staging or develop. That's what I would love you to do.
Okay. I'll call this develop.
Okay.
What do those things look at you?
Hold up.
Good.
Why come they look at you?
Hold up. One. So I've currently switched, right?
Yes, nice. We have switched.
Okay. So you can add in the code right now.
Yeah, you can add in anything you want.
Okay. So I have.
Or either you can first push the app branch, and after pushing your branch, then remember we want to work on. We are not advised to work on the sub branch. So off the sub branch, we can create as many branches as we want, so that we work on them. You get?
Yeah. So I can now just create my Git pages here, and then I
Yes.
can work on it.
Exactly.
Okay. GH pages. And then yeah.
Okay. So now you can create your branch.
What do you mean create?
Sorry, you can add your work.
Add my work. Okay. So I'll just open this up.
Have you added? Didn't see you paste
No,
it.
I haven't added. Hold up. Well,
You
there are
want to
two
be
things
sure.
Yeah, because this hasn't changed.
Okay, I think your thing is not updated. Your VS Code, because it should change. If you check mine, it was changing. Or if you close it and open it again, it will change. It should change. Yeah, it should. It should really change. That's what I'm sure about. Should change.
Yeah,
You see?
it's changed.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to paste right now. So can I paste it here, or should I have to drag and drop it?
You can either in the VS Code you can can't you copy? It means you're not able to copy, right?
Let me try and drag and drop.
Yes, you can drag and drop. Exactly.
Okay.
You have them.
Right. So it's there. Okay, it's not so much. So
yeah, that's it. So now open your terminal down.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so now you're in GH pages. So the first thing you have to do is
we're supposed to add the files.
Before that, you have to do a Git status to know which are those. You see? So these are the files that you need to add. So add your files.
Okay. So do I git add assets, CSS, and then index. Okay. So I think it's done, right? You can do fixed. Okay.
Yeah, it shows that they're all done.
Yeah. Let me just clear this. So
now what next?
So after this I've added, then I'll commit it, then I'll push it.
Exactly. Good. Nice one.
Okay. git commit and the message. I'll do our initial commit.
Good.
Let me
Now you
just
can push.
hit
You can now
this
clear
and
and
then
push.
do git push. And then since it's the first time,
Exactly.
push it to this particular branch. So I'll just copy that. Oh, sorry. Copy and yeah.
Okay. Good. So let's check. So you refresh the page. So check whether we have our branch there.
Okay.
So we have the JH pages there. So
Yes,
does
we
it
do.
have our work?
Yes, it
Now,
does.
okay, let's go to staging. To settings. Okay. Go to GH pages. Yeah.
So you run it and
You have your work there.
oh, okay. That's
It didn't even
interesting.
take you a second.
Yeah, it's just a 5-minute setup, but
Exactly.
easiest setup. Yeah.
Yeah, this is so easy. So now you have your hotel there. So I want to look at your work. I didn't need to link up with you. You can send me this link and I just look at your work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get you.
Okay. So
All right.
yeah,
Thanks.
you're welcome. So Kiati, you're next. Is Kiati still on the call?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you share your screen?
But I've been watching, but I'm not with my laptop.
Oh, okay. So who is with the laptop and she also tries it, or he? However small your work is, you can also host it. Peace. I know Lovis can. Grace, is Grace here? Deborah?
I'm not
Lydia?
working with my laptop.
Okay. Okay, nice, Katie. Okay, no problem. So okay, Love David, can you do it with us? Can you show us and we do it together?
Sorry, I will do it later today, please.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so hope today. So today we're going to stop here. Not taking a lot of time. Today we're going to stop here. We shall continue with JavaScript. I think we're going to have a class in the middle of the week. In the middle of the week, we're going to have a class so that we can catch up with JavaScript, the one that we did not have today. I didn't really get ready for JavaScript. I would have gone through it. I didn't really get ready since Sam told me last night that he had the meeting today morning. So definitely we shall keep on catching up into the group. Please, in case of any inquiries or anything, please get back to us. And this week, I'm going to share a project. Yes, this project is going to detail 3 things. First of all, this is the project that's going to take you to another level. First of all, this project is going to have HTML, CSS. It is going to be a continuous project. So it's going to have HTML, CSS. After HTML, CSS, it's going to have you integrating the HTML, CSS into ES6, into JavaScript. So you're going to coordinate whatever you've done in HTML, CSS, and add JavaScript to it. Then after that, it will also have, but that will be in the future. But I'm going to share that project this week. So that project, you'll have to work, it will have time deadlines, so that we catch our deadlines. So you'll first do the HTML, CSS, you host it. Then after that, you will have to do the JavaScript. It is a project. I'll share it with everyone here.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure today. I love you. You wanted to say something?
No, I wanted to say thank you.
Okay. It's been a pleasure today. We recorded this, so we're going to upload it. And please, I need all your links. Please do it by Monday. I need all your links so that I can see where we are at. However small your work is, please put there your link. Please. I beg. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
All right,
Thank you,
thank you.
Stan. You too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Kiati. Kiati. Because she's still on the call. Malche Kiati? Kiati.